I want to be the 100, 200 meter, and 400 meter champ. I want to be a triple threat.
How did your hobbies change from Rice Lake to now?
When I was in Rice Lake, the only thing I really did was play some basketball with my friends. I did a little bit of bowling here and there, and that was pretty much it. I mean, I also played video games, so not much I could really do when I was in Rice Lake. I mean, Indian Hills, same situation. Only have a few friends from the college system. It really took a turn when I went to Claremont in Florida. That's when I started jet skiing. I started picking up golf because my girlfriend's a golfer. Axe throwing, I actually enjoy that. There's a lot of things that I try to pick up new because track and field is my job now. And for me, I'll go crazy if I don't figure out anything else to do outside of that. I just picked up golf recently. I've been doing it for maybe 5 or 6 months. I took a little bit of time off because I got into track and we're getting in the middle of our season. Yesterday, I just got back into it, and you know, I love the sport. It's very challenging. I don't know why I didn't get into it when I was in high school. A bunch of my friends were doing it in the past, and like I said, I was just kind of sheltered when I was in high school. The things that I love about it, it's very relaxing. I didn't really see anything similar with track and golfing because, you know, one is way more physical than the other. Once I started trying to get the knack of hitting the ball, I realized that, you know, technique is the most important thing. I was out there just trying to swing it and hit it 60 yards down the field. Can't just try to come out here and hit the ball. I had a coach, she's coached me here and there as well. All the little details is what matters, and it's the same thing with block starts. I've been getting a lot better with the block starts, and I also think that golfing for a bit has helped me realize how important the little details matter. It just requires patience and, you know, discipline. And that's the same similarity that it has with track. I really do love playing video games, and I've loved it since 12 or 13 years old. And I mean, what I do like about it is just helps me kind of just take me out of the real world and basically go on an adventure with these characters that are, you know, made up. I'd say my all-time favorite game is Gears of War. I remember playing the first one when I was like 14 and all the way up to the 4th one, and I just love that series. A bunch of military guys from the COG, and I mean, my favorite characters, Marcus Phoenix and the Colt Train. He's like a football player in that world, and he's just out there trying to save the world and kicking ass. And I also like God of War. I haven't really played the first 3, but then I've seen the gameplay when it comes to that, so I know a little bit about the story, but then I came in with the 4th one. I love that. It just, you know, the character development and how the father and son interact with each other. It was like watching a movie, so I really love that one too. I did axe throwing last year with my high school coach and his wife. It's very competitive, it's very fun. I'm Kung Fu Kenny, so I'm trying to, you know, the silent assassin, so I'm trying to get my assassination skills on point. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I enjoyed it a lot. But, you know, just being accurate is the hardest part on it. I like bowling a lot. I've been doing that since middle school. Started with my coach, Saseda, from high school. He's really good at it, so I try to not bowl with him that much. Recently, I've been bowling with some of my teammates, and I haven't really won a match yet, but I could tell that I'm getting a lot better. The last bowling match I had with them, I was winning. I choked, and I ended up tying. So I just love how one simple flick and you can get a strike. The thing I like the most is diving, and I dived for the first time recently, like a year ago. Did it for about 20 minutes, and I'm at peace, and it's just cool to see all the creatures. I like jet skiing because it's just being on the water, being carefree, just having fun, going like 60, 70 miles per hour, and kind of just gives me an adrenaline rush.
We go on a lot of cat boat tours along the Tavares canals. I also love kayaking in Rock Springs, Florida. I tried fly boarding for the first time in Maui.
Before the Tokyo Olympics, the goal was to get a boat after I got the gold medal, but that was as a reward, and I was cut short of the gold medal, and I ended up buying the house. It was better investment for buying the house, but yeah, I do love boats. I'm always looking to see when I'm just gonna snatch one up. The boats I love the most is the speed boats. It's kind of the same thing with the jet ski, just going very fast and kind of getting that rush and having the wind in your face. The only problem with that is I get seasick. Before I went on to my first cruise, they gave us the medicine for the seasickness, and I was like, oh, I don't need that. 20 minutes later, I was hurling. It was a cool experience, but also a bad experience at the same time. My ego was a little hit.
When are you gonna get your boat? After Budapest?
Yes, after Budapest, definitely. When I accomplish my goals, the first thing I'm gonna buy is a boat. Recently, we went to Thailand last year in the off season. The place was called Sarawak, one of the best scuba diving places in the world. I really had a good time. It was the first time I was out there. It was just a totally different world and an awesome experience. The view and everything was crazy. They had a lot of high rocks. When I was snorkeling, I went in and, I mean, they urged me to get in. I was like, nah. So as soon as I got in, they were feeding the fish. So I don't know, something went in my head. I guess I watched too many like horror movies, you know, like Jaws and all that stuff. I went in and started looking, and then all of a sudden I see the fish just pile up in one bunch, and I'm just kind of scared. I was like, oh crap, like what, they're about to eat me. I get to travel a lot, and it's great to see all the different countries and see different cultures, but I don't really get the time to be there to consume all that. I'm there for work, there for 4 days, you know, so I'm solely focused on the task at hand, and after that I have maybe a day or a couple hours, and I gotta go to the next spot. Me and my girlfriend, we always make it a point to go travel in the off season, and I want to go to South Africa, Maldives, and then North India, and just explore the jungle. Spots I've been at right now.
Island, which is one of the most beautiful and famous islands in the world.
You can get an hour massage for $2, so I would say go there. Hawaii, I enjoyed that. We did a Road to Hana tour, and that was pretty cool. It was like a whole 8-hour tour, and just got to experience the culture and experience just the history behind it on an app, and it was just a beautiful drive.
I went on the helicopter ride over Mauna Loa, the largest volcano on Earth, and Kilau, a big island. I did a submarine on Honolulu.
And we went to the Bahamas recently. Also went to India. Love the people, love the food. I have a lot of fans in India. We had a little meet and greet. And I mean, after that, I've had a lot of Indian fans, and I want to go out there and do a little bit more for track and field. I know a lot of people think I'm boring, and I may seem to be boring when I'm on TV, but I'm actually a man of culture. I just love exploring the world, trying new things, different foods, different hobbies, sports. You know, there's more to life than sport. And there's a beautiful world out there, and I encourage you all to actually go out and see the world.